boys with Stan, Silliman.
You remember James, the young Asian comic that I do shots with? You know, James makes me realize that something good came out of the Vietnam War. Something good. I mean, you know, otherwise James wouldn't be here, we wouldn't be here, there's great jokes, and my wife wouldn't be getting such a good deal on her nails. So you're looking up here and saying, hey, what's this male stripper looking guy doing up here on the comedy stage? Yeah, you guessed it. When I was a little younger, a little harder, a little firmer, I used to be a male stripper in a group of Jewish male strippers, the Circadales. We gave change. That was our model. We gave change. We didn't do too much of a bump or a grind. We didn't work with striking. So I didn't know about that. Now when I was stripping, gals gave me a nickname. They called me the Guitar Man because my G-string was flat. Always like to strip for Chinese audiences. That's fun. You strip off all your clothes, you get them back clean and pressed. Calculator in the pocket, new pair of tennis shoes, that's all good. I'm almost too old to be doing that. Almost too old, yeah. And actually I am old. My wife and I have Social Security sex. Once a month, but you can't live on it. Now I go out to the airport just for the pat down. I don't even bother buying a ticket, no. And I'm just ethnic enough looking I can get a really good pat down. That's true. I can get a really good pat down. People ask me how old I am, I tell them when I was born, FDR was president, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. And if I have to tell that to somebody who's older than I am, they always say the same thing. They always say, you know, they're not making presidents like FDR anymore. I say, sure, they cured polio. Sure. Yeah, what a wonderful crowd here this year. What a wonderful crowd. Give yourself a hand. I'm so glad I shaved my pubes. I just... so glad, that's right. My wife's favorite joke, not the... That's right. Actually, my wife has these little bitty tiny hands. Little tiny hands. Her hands are so small, she can't open a mayonnaise jar. So I'm like the designated jar opener in the family. On the plus side, whenever she gives me a hand job, my dick looks enormous. I guess I'm going to have to wash my car. I went out in the parking lot. Somebody had written on the back of it, I wish my girlfriend was this dirty. So you know what I did? I crossed through the word was and put the word were because I can't be driving around with bad grammar in my car. Just because some smart ass doesn't know it's a junk either. I run into smart asses all the time. For Christmas, a guy sent me gift certificates for BJ's. Turns out to be a restaurant. Turns out to be a restaurant. He knew. Also, you know, there was a smart ass got into Christie's toy box last Christmas and put a sign over the vibrator department, toys for box. That's right. Everywhere, yeah. Even my doctor, smart ass. I mean, I was last year when they had that big that big ice storm. I was out on the edge of the house, edge of the house, and a big old chunk of ice fell down on my foot. And I went inside, took off my shoe, my foot started swelling up. I called the doctor, you know what he told me? Put ice on it. Smart ass, yeah. Farrah Fawcett picked a bad time to die. She violated the #1 rule of celebrity death. Don't die when somebody more famous is going to die. I mean, she deserved her props. She was the fallen angel. She was our angel, America's sweetheart. But Michael Jackson just came along and kicked her right in the ass. And she had anal cancer. You know that had to hurt. Picked a bad time to die. You know who else picked a bad time to die? Ray Charles. I don't know if you guys remember this. When Ray Charles died a few years ago, he died right in the middle of the Ronald Reagan funeral. That violates #2 rule of celebrity death. Don't die after somebody more famous than just died. Ray Charles died 3 days in. He was on page 7. They were going 5. They were just going around the clock. Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan. I thought the least they could do was play Ray Charles' version of God Bless America at the Reagan funeral. Or if they had listened to me, what they would have done at Reagan's funeral, they would have trip-latched the coffin lid, spring-loaded the body, and then to celebrate the last 10 years, his Alzheimer's years, they would have played Ray Charles' song. Hey, what I said. Hey, what I said. Hey, what I said. Hey. Don Ho picked a bad time to die. Remember Don Ho, Pretty Bubbles, Hawaiian singer? Don Ho died last year when another Don named Imus made it where you couldn't talk about hoes. That's... A couple weeks ago, 3 Oklahoma fishermen picked a bad time to die. They went to Canada on a fishing trip and got killed by a tornado. They were from Oklahoma. They went to Canada, got hit by a tornado. You know how rare tornadoes are in Canada? You're just as likely to see Mexicans at a Lou Dobbs Thanksgiving dinner. They were up there in the cabin, got hit by a tornado, and I'm thinking the tornado's up there looking for something familiar, and was sniffing around, and it's thinking, are those guys chicken trying that fish? They must be Okies. They must be Okies. Yeah. If there's any point to my act, it's that old people can have fun too. You all agree with that? Come on now. Old people can have fun too. That's right. I mean, you just don't know what it's like, but walking hand in hand with your spouse for many decades, reminiscing about all the things you can't remember together. Or if you happen to stick a tongue in an old dog's ear and swallow a hearing aid. I mean, they're making them so tiny nowadays. They're so realistic with hair on them and everything. And if you happen to swallow an old blonde's hearing aid, every time she wants to hear something, she's going to put her head on her stomach. That's you know your grandparents are still doing it, don't you? Some of you have grandparents. You know they're still doing it. You ever walk in the house and find Nana handcuffed to her walker? Or go out back to see on the clothesline pole, those big old granny panties, crotchless. Yep. Or come back into the house, pull open the doors and find they have edible depends. That's the truth. vagina that has a doggy style shape? In some circles we call that shagging